Hi everyone, I'm Jen. I wanted to process this. I don't know if I'll upload it because my mind is all over the place, but I just found out that my aunt died, and I sure am dealing with a lot of extra dark crumbs that were kind of tucked away in my nooks and crannies, and I'm forced to look at things again, or I have the opportunity to look at things. She estranged herself like the rest of my family did when, without me having to announce it, I would not let my parents be alone with my children, given stuff that occurred. And so, the mob mentality follows. Anyhow, it doesn't matter, but I lost a lot of people, but I'm willing to do that, of course, for my children. Ironically, it was my firstborn who's estranged herself from me, so I've kind of been, in a sense, abandoned from all sides. But it was worth it to lose those people who were not willing to stick up for children, why would I want them as family anyhow? But, it took me decades to learn this, but to have the past bump into the future is not necessarily healthy or helpful. Every now is a new now. And, my children are adults, and a couple years ago, I reached out to my Aunt Phyllis, and she welcomed the call, and she was all loving the way I was familiar with from decades ago. My children are in their 20s now. And but when I asked her if I could come to visit, she said no. And being shunned for all those years and then to not be welcomed back like that is so powerful. That is, I'd rather be physically hit. So I don't know why I'm crying, because I already mourned the loss of my Aunt Phyllis and my cousins and my grandparents and my uncles, all except, one sister stayed with me. Of course, she was the black sheep of the family before that. And, it's change is good. Leaving things that are not healthy for you, or especially for your children, that's a good thing. It's a difficult thing, but really the easiest thing in the world. Let's see, it's not difficult, it's painful. But that's my last conversation, is of her saying no to my coming to visit. And it just makes me wonder. I recently had a hedgehog experience where I got to hold it, and it wanted to be loved and held, and but then it also was afraid and spent most of its time protecting itself. And I feel like all this is a reflection on me. Time is not linear, so who started the pulling away first? I protect myself. I trust no one, because everyone either hurts or they end up taking the side of hurts, which is hurtful. And I welcome everybody in. I still want to be that way. But I all the way in, my gates are way less than what they were But, if a parent or a younger sibling or your aunt can turn their back on you and your oldest child, whom ironically you were protecting, if they can all turn their back on me, the common denominator is me. Those of us in the Mandela effect community, we feel alone. So the common denominator of everyone around you not listening to you, not listening to the truth, not wanting to stand up for what is our truth. The common denominator is truth. They're all in alignment and agreement with everybody else. I am not made to be in this world because I don't fit in their template. I don't fit in their set of rules and what is acceptable. That's not a game. Mutti, that's not a game, what was done or attempted. It's not a game. I don't want this to be another sad thing. It's just I am dealing with my family issues again. I didn't know that I'd have sadness still left. She didn't welcome me in her life, so why am I sad? It just popped in my head. Because there are other people that still keep me at arm's length. And why do we do that? I guess everyone's got their reason. I just am not there yet in understanding it fully. I have this ME sister that I had at the very beginning, and she and I were extremely close, and people actually thought we were closer than we were, but she would not provide an email or text or anything, and yet she talked about us as if we were more than that. And she talks about love and loving everyone and everything, but what does that mean? Only from the pulpit to express love? Like my aunt, she had hearts all over the place, all over her home, and she talked about love. But was that love to shun me when I was protecting my child, given the game that was attempted, especially given the past history with my father's own children? So people who talk about love but are not proactive about it, does that count? I'm really wondering, does that count? Another download or another memory is part of my vision that I had in 2015. Had a mental breakdown with that one. Couldn't handle it because the fate of humanity was involved. And the answer was there on how to prevent it, but I still couldn't handle it. And then 2017 solar eclipse, that basically came again. And you can't just say you're love. You have to be love. You have to feel it. You have to think it. You have to say it. You have to speak it. You can't just, in your mind, only do one of those things. You have to do all of them, actions. That was the solution to saving humanity. So how many of us are on our pulpit, whether religious sites, stages, or YouTube stages, and we talk about love, 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 light and love and light. I am tired of it because my Aunt Phyllis, you were one of them. You loved at your own choosing. You loved at your own choosing. And I believe love is unconditional. So if I'm in your town, Emmy sister, and you don't respond, you don't want to share emails, you don't want to connect, your words, honestly, they're empty. They're empty. If your words were combined with, and it's judgment on my part, partially, but to me it's also fact. Aunt Phyllis's death is making me think about a lot. So, and of course everyone's a reflection of me. So as much as I am trying to get out of the Titanic icy waters and swing one leg on top of the chunk of ice, well, guess what? First of all, there was room enough for both of them, the two lovers. But someone standing on an iceberg saying they love me doesn't count. It just doesn't. When I say I love you, whether you're a stranger, my birth family, my spirit family, my neighbor, me, I love you. And yeah, sins and all, quirks and all, wrongs and all, whether you did it to me personally or to others or to yourself, it's just, I love you. Not just with words, like I feel it. It's in all of me. It is bigger than this body that I'm wearing. And it's a big body. It's a big body. That's one of my earth angels who flanks me. This is the other one. I am processing a death, and I had mourned her decades ago when she chose to leave my life. She never left my heart, though. And is your past bumping into your present? Are you putting up your hedgehog pricklies or your guarded gates to protect your precious self? Because your self is precious. It's just, I had to protect my daughter, and that caused a domino effect of people protecting themselves. It's just, 20 some years later, she would not welcome a visit from me. And she's not the only one. It's my whole family, really, except my lovely sister and Callie. I know this is not a heavy video or topic. This is let's forgive people for what they did back then. Let's be understanding of what they do and do not do today. So I'm talking to myself because I'm basically wanting to disengage myself from those people that say they love me. And someone who loves me is calling me right now, so I'm going to take the call. And I love you. All you need is love. Dun, da, 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 da. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need for the people that you love, yeah. For the people that you don't like, yeah. For the people that hurt you, yeah. For the people that you don't want to take for granted because they are everything that you want. All you need is love, love. Proactive genuine, be, think, feel, say, do, love.